It was the gnarliest of times. It was the most righteous of times. Aw, remember the 90s when Transformers G2 gave us 3 Optimus Primes. Transformers fans, I'm Mondo and welcome to another Moonbase 84 transmission. And welcome to episode 1 of my new series, 40 Years of Prime. I wanted to come up with a way to celebrate the 40 years of Transformers with you guys, and I figured what better way than to showcase toys from the Transformers face of the franchise. And today we're going back to a more colorful, radical time where S's were replaced with Z's just to prove things were extreme to the max and totally tubular. And of course I'm talking about the 90s. Where G2 gave us not 1, but 3 primes, and the GoBot version if you want to count that. And of course they are the amped up G1 version, Laser Optimus Prime, who arguably is what most people think of when they talk about G2 Prime, and this guy, the Transformers Hero Optimus Prime, or Combat Hero Optimus Prime. Real quick before we get into the video, I have to ask you to please consider doing all the YouTube-y thingies, and like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I greatly appreciate it. Okay, now that my begging is out of the way, let's take a look at Combat Hero Optimus Prime. G2 Hero Prime, and as I said, also called Combat Hero Optimus Prime, was released in 1984, which is the year I happen to have graduated. And yeah, I'm pretty old. Releasing in between the G1 reissue with extra features, Optimus Prime, and of course the Laser Optimus Prime, this Hero Prime is kind of like, I guess you could say, the middle child of Primes for the G2 era, and definitely overshadowed by Laser Optimus Prime. So he often seems to be forgotten by many people and collectors, which is a shame, because after checking him out, I think he's pretty cool. So here, of course, we have Prime in truck mode, and as you see, he ditches the box trailer, and it's going for more like a flatbed trailer look, and the cab is pretty realistic in my opinion, and I especially like the inset grille. For some reason that really stands out, and I like the lights. Behind the cab, of course, is his flatbed trailer, and that's where Prime starts showing off his 90s goodness. Start off, you have his big cannon and his what becomes his ion blaster, which is removable, and you have his big FU missiles and the plunger, which activates his gimmick. And I like how they integrated the plunger into the truck mode. I mean, it sits and locks into the flatbed, onto the flatbed, but it looks like it belongs there. It doesn't look out of place or anything. And he rolls, so-so. He's up in the air, maybe. He rolls okay. The front wheels don't want to roll much. But yeah, the wheels look nice as well, even though they don't like to roll. Color-wise, he has the 90s explosion of colors, but not as hardcore as a lot of other things during that time. No hot pinks or teals, but as you can see, he has some nice reds, orange, yellows, and blues throughout. And I think the white parts of the truck mode make the other colors really pop. He's just very vibrant without needing that hot pink. So all in all, I'd say this is a really nice truck mode for Prime. And I did mention he has a gimmick. Of course, he wouldn't be a 90s toy without a gimmick, so I'm going to show that off now. So you take this little air plunger, and as you can see, it's connected to this hose. Then we get the missile, and it goes in one. You'll know when you get it because it slides right in. And you take the plunger, if it will stand up. This kinks here in the back, but we'll stand that plunger up and fire. Oh wow, I didn't think it would go that far. So yeah, that definitely surprised me, because when I was messing around with him over the past few days, I was just squeezing the plunger and it would pop a little bit. So I was not expecting it to fire that far, which is awesome. And guys, you know me, I usually don't do transformations on camera, but this guy's a breeze, so I'm gonna give it a go. So first you wanna take the plunger off again, and the missiles. Then you wanna come to the front and push these parts of the bumper in. I'll try to do this as quick as possible too. You fold the cab out like so, pop it apart, and I will say I got him brand new and he was very stiff, and it's funny because the instructions say don't apply unnecessary force. Get an adult if you need to, but he was very stiff, and when I first transformed him, I thought, like here, see, like that scares me. I thought I was gonna break him hammering on him to get him to transform, but so you do need unnecessary force in a lot of ways. But as you can see, he's almost done. Split here, yank that out there. So very Prime-like, but in reverse. I don't know what I'm trying to get at, but it's a Prime transformation, but different. Get his arms out. I miss the slide out fists from the old days. Get that like that. But he is very tight, like I said. Oh, I didn't rotate this in the right way. Down like so. And this does get in the way, but not frustrating. Flip that around. And his head. And there is Prime in robot mode. So here's Prime in his robot mode, and to sum it up, I think he's awesome. He's got a newer design while still keeping the same beats that make Prime. I do wish his head was a little bit bigger, and we'll take a closer look now. And I was cheating, because one thing I will mention, he's kind of a bear to stand. Well, see, he's back heavy. But we'll get closer at that head sculpt. I do like it, but I wish it was bigger. And of course you have like truck parts and the windshield, which are lies. I think these stickers are supposed to simulate like lights, his truck lights maybe. And then you got his name splashed across his chest, and so go to work day, he's got his name tag. I'm Optimus Prime, recognized. He maintains his grill abs, again lies. I do like how the wheels are on the side of his torso. That's pretty cool. And of course, this is all lies, because all the actual cab parts of the truck, the windshield and everything, and the grill and everything are actually his legs and feet and his smokestacks. His arms are nice, big, blocky, and chunky. And here we have, I removed I call it the ion cannon. I don't know for this figure if it is an ion cannon or ion blaster. And you can, of course, put it in his hand, which is actually, not going to lie, kind of a pain to get it in there, but it does go in. The backpack, which is basically the plunger, it does not bother me as much as I thought it would, and it sits there pretty nicely. And of course, the FU missiles can store on his back. And of course, we have his cannon that was on the flatbed, which is now on his arm. And it's giving me some serious Energon Universe comic vibes, if anybody's seen that. It's pretty cool. Prime sporting for an arm now. Now, I did mention that he's back heavy and likes to tip backwards and fall over, and that's due to the design of his legs and feet, which of course, once again, are parts of the cab. But if you check out the inside, there's no like heel or anything to help support. I thought this would be enough, but it's just not, because of the back heaviness. Plus, he naturally, in a vanilla stance, leans back, so to get some weight you have to kind of get him to do a little like crunch with the legs. But I did achieve keeping him balanced once, and I forgot the sweet spot, if you find the sweet spot. But yeah, it is kind of a pain. Just wanted to point that out. And as I said, I got him brand new, and of course I wanted to take him out to play with him, but I don't know, because I've never had I didn't get any G2 Transformers, I don't believe. I was at that stage where I was like not really collecting, but still following along in the things I loved, until maybe that time Star Wars made a comeback. I was heavy into those when they came out, but Transformers, I never picked up any G2, so I don't know if it's age, but the card back, I'm trying to get it in camera, was stuck in the clamshell, and as you peel, it just sticks, and you end up with this, which is unfortunate, because I really wanted to save the card back. So the reason I bring that up is because one of the features on the front in the little sunburst says, he's superposable, and for the time, they weren't lying. So we're going to check out Articulation right now. So for Articulation, his head does swivel, his arms go all over the place, they go up. See, he's a little tight, like I said. I'm just going to let the plunger fall. Sometimes it likes to fall. Arm goes up that way. The bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, no wrist, no waist, but still, remember, this is from 1994. Leg kicks up, goes out, no swivel, but still, pretty nice articulation for the time, I'd say. And of course, his gimmick works in robot mode as well. I went super late that time. So that's been my look at the Transformers G2 Combat Hero Optimus Prime. As I said, I didn't really collect Transformers. I don't think I've ever owned a G2 Transformer growing up. So I wanted to do a Prime that you don't see every day for the first of this new series, 40 Years of Prime. Because let's face it, if I showed off G1 Prime, that's kind of pretty boring. So I wanted to find a Prime that you don't see a lot of, and this guy filled that bill perfectly, and I am super glad that I did pick him up because I love this Optimus Prime. I'm really happy that I did make this choice and have him now in my collection. With that being said, feel free to drop me a comment, tell me what you think about this Combat Hero Prime, or let me know what your favorite all-time Optimus Prime figure is. I would love to hear from you. That'll wrap things up, and until next time, thanks for docking.